Okay, can you guys hear me? Hi Carol, hi Pam, good to see you. I think I'm all set up here. Hi Melanie, you found me. Very good. I'm glad you made it. Awesome. All right, ladies, we are going to get started. Hey, it's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and creative coach in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anytime by email at andersonshell@gmail.com. Tonight we are going to have some fun with the Quite Curvy bundle and some new products in the new January to June mini catalog and celebration. And yes, I can open these books now. It's been so long that I've had them, and I haven't been able to open these up and show you what was inside. But it went live last night at 2 a.m., so we are able to check things out. And while we have it open, I want to show you guys a stamp set on page 52. It is the Hey Birthday Chick. Now, I just want to give you a heads up. There's a new promotion coming, and it's going to be a bundle with this stamp. Like, you can buy just the stamp, but there's going to be a promotion. They're going to have a bundle that will have this stamp set and the coordinating dies. And, drum roll, do you remember this one? This one was from last year's celebration. These two sets are going to coordinate together, and they're going to have dies for this one too. That starts the 1st of February for you guys, so just a heads up, these are super, super cute stamps and fabulous to color. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that little tidbit. And I'm sure you'll see more information on that as we go along. Next up, I wanted to share with you a storage solution. I found this divided box, and my many messages dies and stamp set, I have cut some of them out and I just separated them into the little sections, and I used glue dots to put them on the top so I knew which one was where. And that way I have a whole bunch of greetings that are ready. I've done mine so far in black, red, and navy. So I have those there and ready to go. So there is a tip for you guys. Anybody who's interested in those dies. All right. Quite Curvy. I know a lot of you have this bundle, which is great. I haven't used it in a bit, so we're going to use it tonight, but we're going to use it with some new product. We are going to use it with the True Love Designer Series paper, and that is part of the True Love bundle. I think it's on page 6. If I can get it out here, I'll show you this gorgeous paper. I'm just going to flip through. It's all black and white. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that one. That one's my favorite. I love them all, but that one's my favorite by far. But we are going to use, if I can find it again, should have pulled it when I was flipping through. This one. I'm going to use that one tonight. So I'll put the rest of these aside. And I am also going to use some of this Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. And this stuff is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. This has copper foiling on some of the sheets. On all of the sheets. There's foiling. But this one is Blushing Bride in copper. This one is Rococo Rose and Rococo Rose. And this is Sahara Sand and Silver. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to use a piece of this one tonight. So I will pull this out of the way. And as per usual, I haven't really thought this all the way through. I just kind of have part of an idea in my head. So I've pulled in the fabulous coordinating Blushing Bride metallic ribbon to go with this foil paper. And I've pulled in real red satin ribbon. We're going to make 2 cards tonight, and I thought we'd make them totally, totally different, but similar. All right, so I have 2 card bases. I have basic, both of them are going to be basic black. And I've pulled in some Whisper White cardstock, some scraps, a little scrap of red. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, other than put the liner on the inside of our card, of course. So we'll do that right off the hop. And that will be 2 less pieces of paper on my desk. All right, there's one. And this liner is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Get her straight. There's our 2 card bases. Sorry, I gotta stop for a minute. I got pop-ups on my desktop here and I can't see your comments. Okay, so we're gonna get our paper trimmer and we are gonna cut a 4 by 5 1/4. And when you cut your paper, always look at the other side so that you know, because some sides have direction. Like a paper trimmer has direction, a right side and a left side. Oh boy, it's been a long day. I'm a tired girl. All right, what was I saying? Oh yes, direction. Make sure you check both sides of your paper before you cut, because you don't want to not be able to use your other side. 4 by 5 1/4. Just like so. We'll take these ones and put them away. And we're going to do the same thing with this super gorgeous foil. And this is one-sided, so we don't have to even look. So once again, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'll take these ones and put them away. All right. I think I'm done with my paper trimmer for a bit. Now, my thought is I want to use, I'm just going to work on this card. We'll do the second card after. Right now, I'm going to work on this card. And this card is going to be red, black, and white. So, I am going to use the greeting that says, "You're 1 in a million." And yes, as you can see, when you just drop it, it's a curvy greeting. Well, we're going to change that. I don't know, maybe some of you didn't realize that you can change a curvy stamp into a straight one, and you can change a straight one into a curvy one as long as they're photopolymer. Okay, so we're going to learn how to do that tonight. And I have a little scrap of Whisper White here, and I'm just going to pop that like so. And we're going to take this greeting. I'm going to lay it here for a minute. All right, now this is going to be difficult because I have to move it out of the camera pretty much so that I can straighten it out. Did you see what I did there? I just picked up one end of it and still not straight. I just picked up one end of it and made it to the shape I wanted it. So there is where I'm going to stamp it, and it looks pretty good. We're going to stamp it and see what happens. And I am going to use Memento Black. And this is not going to be a difficult card at all. Not that any card that I do is difficult, because it's not. And no, this is not my idea. I saw this card, or a similar card, online, and then the internet just exploded and there was tons of them everywhere. And you could do this with any DSP, but I like using the new stuff. All right, that looks good. I'm happy with that. And we'll just clean that off with our chamois. And put the stamp back in the case before I lose it, because I have a tendency to lose those. And we're going to bring our paper trimmer back in. And we're going to trim this down. So I'm going to want this, I can leave it long for a bit. I'm going to want this 1/2 inch, I think. Yep. Let me just double check that that's straight. I think it moved a bit. All right, so that one's 1/2 inch. So we're going to need a piece of red. That is, how long is that? That's just 4 1/4. All right. We're going to need a piece of red that is 3/4 of an inch, because I am going to mat this greeting on here to put across the front of our card. See how that red makes that pop? All right, put those scraps out of here. Move my stamp out of the way. And we need a little bit of glue. Well, maybe we need a pin, because it seems to be a little stuck. That should do it. Or maybe not. I guess I should have tried this. There we go. Woo! way more glue than I needed. And just wiggle that into place. We're going to make it flush on one end, and then we're going to trim off this other end with my snips. All right, see where I'm going here? Now where is my card base? I am going to bring that in like so. But I have another idea right now. I am going to pull in another piece of red. And I'm going to trim this down just a titch. And I'm going to put a red mat underneath it. So we're going to need, well, let's just cut off 5.5 inches so we have one card base anyway. And we are going to need 4 by 5.25, like so. And then we are going to cut this one down to 3 3/4 by 5. Once I get putting things together, I think that sometimes we need mats to kind of make a little pop of color, because I don't want it to look too black. What do you think? You think that looks better? I think it looks better. So we're just going to layer this up. Trying to match 3 of our sides. There, like that. Now, that's going to be our card. I'm going to have this greeting go across the front like so. But this 1 in a million, let me find my marker. I need real red, dark. And I am going to color one flower, this one right here. And yes, I am coloring a daisy red. All right, I've lost your comments. I'm hoping that everything is going as planned here. Says I'm still live. All right. Yep. There we go. Comments are back up. All right. So did anybody get drawn into that stupid Bachelor show last night? I did. The things you do in a pandemic, eh? All right. One red daisy with a daffodil center. Just like so. All right, now I am going to put this direct across the front. Just like so. And then I'm going to trim off the ends. There we have it. Now we're going to grab some dimensionals and we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. All right. Get these backers off. And off my finger and onto my card front. Look at that. First try. All right. There, ladies, is our first card. Super, super simple. And just straightened that greeting out and made it so it would go straight across the card. All right, now I have some red ribbon here and I was going to put it on, but I really don't think it needs it. I could easily put ribbon on here, but I think it's going to make it too much. So on this card, we are not going to use it. We are just going to pass on the red ribbon. All right. Okay, now we're going to move on to the other card with this super, super gorgeous Blushing Bride and copper foil. And this card, we are going to use the ribbon because I am not going to mat this. This one is going to go direct onto this card front. The paper itself is going to be the star of this show. Because believe me, this card, I want to make sure I'm putting it on the front and not the back. This card, or this paper, is absolutely gorgeous. There we have that. All right. Now, I'm looking at these greetings, and I like this one here that says, "Made with love, just for you." I think that is perfect. And I don't think it will fit in our new double oval punch. No, it will not. But that would have been perfect, eh? Maybe I could use the hello instead. I know that would fit. Oh yes, I think I'm going to do that. I'm losing my voice. Let me get a drink here. Whew, all right. So we are going to get this gorgeous ribbon on this card. And it is super, super sparkly. It makes me happy. And I'm not going to do a bow. Yes, I am. I'm going to do a bow. How's that for indecisive, eh? How many times am I going to struggle before I get it? Let's see if I can do it in one try. No, I cannot. All right, we'll play your little game. There's more than one way to skin a cat. All right, scissors. Boom. Now I need a piece of sticky strip. I can get a piece here. And I am just going to put that right there on the inside. I need my pick tool. And we will take off that backing and press one end of the ribbon around the front and back up, just like so. Now I'm going to grab another piece. What did I do with it? And put the two ends together. This will allow me to use my bow maker to make the bow, and that way it'll be perfect. And we'll just put the bow on the front with the glue dot. All right, there's our ribbon. Man, that's pretty. All right, bow maker. Oops, wrong way, Jose. Trying to get it so the tails are going the right way and all that pretty shimmers on the outside of the bow. There we go. Now we have a perfect bow for the front of our card. Now we need to stamp a greeting. So I need a little piece of white and my Stamparatus. And we will stamp this guy in black. And one more. Perfect. Now, what did I do with my chamois? I had it here a moment ago. Well, well, well. There it is, hiding. And we'll just tuck this back in the case for now. the lid back on our ink. Okay, I have ink all over my punch now. There we go. Now we will take this off and we're going to punch this with the oval. We're just centering that in the middle of the oval and punching that out. And now I don't know whether I want copper or just Blushing Bride. Let's punch it and see. I don't think that's Blushing Bride. I think that's Petal Pink. That's Blushing Bride. There. Let's see what this looks like. Hello. Can't say as I like that. We're going to go to black. See what black looks like. Our card base is black. Did you notice the scallops on this? They're kind of pointy scallops. It's pretty cool. Yes, I think I like that better. All right, that can go in my bits box, and we will layer this together. Like so. Pop it up on some dimensionals. And pop that on the center of our card. Just like so. And then this guy is going to go like so. Let me put this ribbon away. It's halfway down my desk here. I have a funny story to tell you about my cat. I had to take her to the vet last night for her second set of shots. Anyway, because of COVID, they won't let you in. You just have to drop her off at the door. And then once the vet sees your cat, she calls you and talks to you while you're sitting outside in your car. So anyway, the vet called me last night and she said, "Do you have any concerns with your cat?" And I said, "No." I said, "She's just a typical kitten, like, you know, she scratches me all to pieces and, you know, does kitten things." She said, "Yeah, she's not very happy right now." And I said, "Oh," and she said, "Yeah." She said, "We brought her in and took her out of her kennel, and she had meowed all the way from home to the vet, which is about 5 minutes. She didn't like being left in the kennel, so anyway, she let her out of the kennel, and she was hissing and scratching and biting at the vet. She didn't like the vet one little bit. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. She's a little wild one, that girl. She said to me, when she gets older, are you going to have her spayed? I said, "Yeah." And you could just hear the sigh of relief on the other end. It was pretty funny, actually. All right. Check out that gorgeous, gorgeous bow. I cannot say enough good things about this ribbon. And as you can tell, we didn't do hardly any stamping on this. The ribbon and the paper make this card. And think of how many cards you could make out of this entire paper and just change the greetings. How gorgeous is that? And I'm not doing anything else to that card either because I think it's got enough happening. And then here's the one we did earlier with the "You're one in a million." So both of those greetings came out of this Quite Curvy stamp set. And I mean, that has the coordinating dies with it, but as you can tell, we didn't use it curvy, we used it straight, and you would never even really realize that that was the Quite Curvy stamp set. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these cards. I will be back Thursday night at 6:30 with some more creative fun for you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye. Stay safe.